How beautiful is the Princess Salome tonight. She is like the shadow of a white rose in a mirror of silver. She is like a dove that has strayed. She is like a narcissus trembling in the wind. She is like a silver flower.
Who's there? Is somebody in there?
You're always looking at her. You look at her too much. It is dangerous to look at people in such a fashion. Something terrible may happen.
Would that be you down there, Alfie Berry?
Ah. I've kissed thy mouth, yo cannon. I've kissed thy mouth. There was a bitter taste, but what matter? What matter? I've kissed thy mouth.
Standing here in the dark like a ghost. You should be outside. It's the first sun we've had all spring.
Being early, it's probably the last. Have you come to gloat too, Father? Watch the wretched man gather up his paper crowns and cardboard sandals.
Nobody's gloating at me. I know how much this place meant to you.
Oh, you don't, Father.
I went to the Archbishop myself. Shortly, I told him. There's another punishment to fit the crime.
Spare me your Gilbert and Sullivan bag.
Don't put him out, I said. That little theatre's a holy place to Alfie Berry. He loves the St. Melvins, the same way some men love women.
I'm sure he had a fine smirk when he heard that one.
Truth be told, Alfie, you put this on yourself. No one else did. You should have told me this Salome was a dirty play.
It's not. It's art, Father. Art.
Why don't you leave Mr. Wager and come to the cinema with me?
A movie's cold comfort for a man who's lost his theatre. Blessed are the power of the imagination, for they shall inherit the cinemas.
It's not the end of the world, you know.
It's the end of mine, Father.
Alfie, I hope you won't take this the wrong way, but the Abbey Theatre, St. Melvins players are not. Hell, you weren't even the gate. You were bloody awful.
You may be right. But we had a grand time thinking we were bloody wonderful. Didn't you ever want to go on the stage, Father?
I do. Every Sunday. It's called High Mass. Are you coming or not?
Being theatrical will be wanting Herodias' crown back before closing time. Or it's another week's rent.
I'll see you in confession.
No, you won't, Father.
Kindly pull the door when you go.
Well, I'll see you sing to Malthus. What is there to say? Hold the door and pack up the cart. Will you miss us sing to Malthus? Miss our little play? Miss our small pretensions of art? Oh, but what we had was something. What we had was rare. No one would deny it was grand. Once they stood on this stage with a prop in their hand. Mrs. Grace is fun when she played Lady Bracknell.
Mr. Marvin, rise up from the semi-recumbent posture.
Miss Crowe's diadem.
O Hamlet, thou hast cleft me heart in twain.
Mrs. Curtin's parasol.
Damn it, you're supposed to open! Props!
Ernie Hardy's coat, Rasher Flynn's old hat.
Can we get started? Curtains going up?
What are you doing, Mary?
We're putting on our own play.
And it's about time, too.
And you're the leading man this time. No more standing up front telling us what to do or to say or how to pick up a prop. We get to be ourselves this time. So what do you do? You need a little cauldron of your brow shiny. Stand still.
I don't believe I'm going to display Mrs. Grace.
You will, Mr. Bird.
We're on it. Taking all the parts. And what are we going to call it?
The tragedy of Alfie Bird. Don't let coachman.
sitting in the winter sun.
It's raining, it's March, my hair's not golden, my name's not fuzzy, it's Robbie. Well, thank you very much.
Drive on, fair Apollo. Race your engines, O rare Athenian youth.
So what are you giving them this morning?
Well, I propose to give them a G today. They may choose any piece they like from your repertoire.
I got a request for you. Do us that one, you know, the dead are dancing with the dead.
You like that one, do you?
I do indeed.
That's me poet.
Bollocks.
What we have is rare, poetry and art in the air. And friends! Good morning, my dear friends.
Good morning, Mr. Byrne.
With your permission, I will begin today's reading with The Harlot Tales by Dublin's own immortal Oscar Wilde. That is, if you won't be telling us tonality, Mrs. Patrick.
Well, it's to see you, Mr. Byrne.
It was requested by our very own coachman, Mr. Robbie Fay.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Robbie Fay.
We caught the child dancing feet. We loitered down Woodland Street and stopped beneath the Harlot Tales.
Sure, the bus passing moves down the street past the window of fiction, a priest on a bike, a room full of people with journeys to make, giving me every day world in their way. Then it's break.
One little Guinness, it's always the same.
Guinness today keeps the doctor away.
You sound like your man. Safe and sound, that's the name of your game.
It's good for you. Builds up your muscles.
Hasn't done much for you. There's got to be more to life than one pint or the boat. Too late for me down, but for you make them smoke. And what kind of sandwich is this?
Cucumber.
Cucumber?
An ordinary sandwich. Immortalized in the importance of being earnest at the Theatre Royal Haymarket on February 14, 1895. The night the mundane became sublime. That was the first performance we heard.
Were you there? I'm kidding! How old are you anyway?
Old enough to know a gentleman doesn't ask another gentleman that question.
Well, I'm not a gentleman. And I thought it was ladies who were supposed to ask.
Eat your cucumber sandwich.
Not much substance.
Eat. Symphony in Yellow by Oscar Fingal of Flaherty Mills Wilde.
I'm listening.
An omnibus across the bridge crawls like a yellow butterfly, and here and there a passerby shows like a little restless bitch.
Midge? Midge is good. I like Midge. You don't have to know what it means to know what it means. You know what I mean, Al?
That's because we feel poetry here, in our hearts. That's better than understanding with our minds. You're learning. That's good. You're learning.
What's going on here?
Thomas Carson. You look like you use a Guinness, Mr. Carson.
Your age is behind schedule. The Dublin transit system doesn't take this laxness lightly. I'm warning you, Parker.
Sure, the bus as it moves down the street past the nun with the second door with the door. Harvesting the rain and the humblest of men, bringing his passengers home once again.
Good afternoon, my dear friends.
Good afternoon, Mr. Byrne.
With your permission, I will continue with The Harlot's Hips. Then turning to my love, I said, the dead dancing with the dead. The dust is whirling with the dust. But she heard the violin and left my side and entered in. Love passed into the house of lust.
A blue coated girl knows no taste before, enters the bus, takes a seat by the door.
Be friends, we have a new face. Permit me on your behalf to welcome welcome her into the little circle. Welcome, my dear. Welcome. Miss
Rice.
Rice. Miss Rice's entrance matches perfectly the lines of our pole. Are they to rhyme? Then suddenly the tune went false. The dancers wearied of the waltz. The shadows ceased to wheel and whirl, and down the long and silent street, the dawn with silver sandaled feet crept like a frightened girl.
Fair play to you, Mr. Martin. Fair play.
Just a man conducting his bus through the day, and the day is now something more than a day. As a man takes a kiss and looks at the girl dressed in blue.
And his driver yells, "Al, you okay?"
And the bus lumbers off on its way. As a man of dawn, a man of
Home, James! Take a scenic route through Phoenix Park past Parliament's house and straight on to Dreamland.
You and your fancies, they're always a grin. I wish I had your imagination, mate.
You do. You just don't use it.
I'll bet you fancy that girl who got in.
Never mind the girl. But I did the report.
For a fellow who's got his head in the clouds such as you, you're damn fine to work with, and I'm glad I do.
Thanks, Robin. Well, like you too.
I'm off to the pub then.
Good luck at the snooker.
Don't walk into walls out, that girl is a looker.
I'll see you tomorrow
At 7.
It's a rainy, dull evening, lamps are glowing hard. Black umbrellas passing, people come and gone. A uniformed band hurries home through the night. 3 blocks down Collins, to the left, then the right. And nothing is different, save one ray of light. For a man of no importance.
Alfie, who are you cooking for? The Queen of England!
Close your eyes, Lil. Are they closed?
Hurry up, will you? I'm starving.
Eccola, mia sorella. Aprite gli occhi. Open your eyes, Lil.
Merciful hour! I can't eat that!
You had it before. You liked it. It's the spaghetti with the bolognese sauce.
It's not curry, is it?
Curry's Indian. The fellows with the turbans.
Never eating curry again. Not after that last time.
This is Italian.
Yeah, sure. All the same to me.
The Genoveses are Italian, Lily. The DeSantis, the Hopes. They buy the vegetables off you.
Yeah, and look what they do with them. Suppose I'll have to eat something to keep my body and soul together. All right. Tell me. I know you're up to something. I'm not your sister for nothing, Alfie Finton-Bar. I can read you like a book.
It's lucky for me you can't. Remember this morning, I said I had a feeling.
Oh, yeah? One of your premonitions?
Well, I was right. Someone I was waiting for, praying for even, got onto me a bus out of the blue. A girl.
A girl! Oh, Alfie! Well, that's the power of the 9 weeks of St. Jude for you. Excuse me while I faint. No, while I holler it out the window. Mom, Dad, wherever you are, tell I'm all ears. Speak loud. Say sweet words to me, my only angel.
She's not for me. She's for me play.
Oh, God. You're not starting that up again, are you? Wasn't the last time enough for you?
If you're talking about the importance of being earnest,
I'm talking about you making an utter fool of yourself.
a play like Importance needs more than a single performance to get right. This time I intend to stage 5 performances. Oscar Wilde's masterpiece, Salome.
Salome. Is that out of the Bible?
It's nothing to do with the Bible or language or the use of St. Jude Lil. It's to do with art.
Art? Who puts these notions in your head? You're an unmarried bus conductor outfit, in case you haven't noticed. I think of the time it was both of us kids. It was me who would stand up for you. I'd beat anybody who'd pick on me brother. I'd pummel up purple and blue. And here I now be after you sniff the girl staring out of my head. Oh, pity's a woman, the virgin of life. With a brother who's never been wed. Oh, it's a blessing our parents are dead. Saint Laurent, I don't even mind if the girl isn't virginal. Fat chance these days, there's probably 3 of us left in all Ireland. Saint Laurent, with all of the scandal you read and you hear of today. Oh, what's the whole world coming to anyway? And now and again, Mr. Karen proposes, and all I can say is not yet. My brother, he needs me, who else has he got? But some girl who he still hasn't met. And now and again, some gray in your hair, I notice the gray in my own. Oh, pity's a woman, the virgin of life. How much more do I have to go through? God, censure this girl. Alfie, give it a whirl, or I'll bash in your brains with my shoe. Saint Loretta is counting on you.
While you and St. Loretta are planning the future, I'll just go next door and tell your Mr. Carney we're going up again.
Mr. Carney's as bad as you. You're both bewitched. There should be a law against it.
What? The theater?
No, your theater, St. Imelda's. Well, while the 2 of you are going up, I'll be sitting down, watching the Lucille Ball, a true talent. Someone who's funny on purpose. Tie it up, gonna tighten Miss Curry.
No one touches up a roast like William Carney.
Or lights up the stage at St. Amelia's either.
I try. I'm a humble servant of the playwright. Nothing less, nothing more.
We're going up.
What?
You heard me? We're going up again.
No.
First rehearsal, early Monday evening. They want us out before the bingo begins. Can I count on you?
You may indeed, sir. It's been too long entirely. I know we've had our differences, both personal and artistic. But this time I'll give you an Algernon for the ages.
But what about me roast?
Take your bleeding roast.
It's not dressed properly.
The thing is
I
that...
need to pay me your breakfast sausage.
We're closed, woman. Can't you see we're going up? You've made me the happiest of men. I'm what they call a creature of the theatre. Keep me off the stage too long and I start to shrivel up. My soul needs the exercise, Mr. Barn.
Have no fear, Mr. Carney. No matter what play we do, you'll still be star.
God bless you, Alfie Barn.
The, refreshments.
Oh no, don't worry. I will provide the ham for the rehearsal sandwiches. We'll let some of the others provide the ham for the performance.
7 o'clock Monday, St. Amelia's. You're the first to know. I'll go tell the others. Mr. Carney? Doesn't hear me.
in earnest, starring Mr. William Kearney in the leading role of Algernon. Mr. Kearney, a beloved member of the St. Imelda's Players, is best known for his performances as Denny O'Connell, the irate father in A Night on the Town, and Captain Long John Silver in his own adaptation of Treasure Island, for which he also provided additional staging.
Don't act that daily grind when you suddenly come to find that you're going up. Who gives us sausage then for the orders of mortal men when you're going up? When life's all mere scraps, don't you lose heart, sir. Drop that cleaver, grab the old taps, and perhaps you'll have to meet the part, sir. You butcher, bust and clerk, there's just one line of work that makes the old marrow glow. Like going up.
Margaret Grace returns to St. Imelda's after a brief absence brought to her by her husband's condition. Maggie is best known for her Kakasha in the Mikado and her Madrell of St. John. Her watercolors may be seen in the lobby, the Ivor purchase.
One moment's life is slow.
Your painting pansy that shows up and hands you a shot and hello.
You're going up.
Mary Margaret O'Shea has performed at every production at St. Imelda's. Her late husband, James O'Shea, baldy as he is known to one and all, will be remembered as St. Imelda's founding stage manager. Mary will be making her stage manager debut with this production. Una Crow was mispresent in last season's performance of The Importance of Being Earnest. But her favourite role remains our title one in our centennial production of Peter Pan.
Your sky is painted blue.
You can fly like you're 22.
But you're going up.
Ernest Lally will be remembered by St. Imelda's audiences for his sterling portrayal of Mustard Seed in A Midsummer Night's Dream. You may play royalty or just spear them or number trade, but you're going up. Rasher Flynn is a founding member of the St. Imelda's and appeared in our inaugural production of Pygmalion as Colonel Pickering. In his youth, Rasher was an old Ireland gymnast.
The house may not be packed, but don't let go, sir. You've got scenes to play.
All that this total solid flesh should meant.
You've got lines to say.
Alas, Herr Eric, I know him, Horatio.
You've got friends who want to get carried away. The Green Curtain was a child star of the Dublin Music Hall, and his actors knew well hold. This performance marks her return to the stage after some years. The Curtains have 9 children. Peter Patrick, Rosalie, Fitton, Renata, Juliet, and John Bernard. And Portia.
The house may not be packed, but even so, sir.
Now, go to the highest ring. That's where you used to sit. Let them see your eyes.
Poor Alfie. We're already behind schedule. Carson will have a stroke.
Here she comes now.
I'm sorry, I was at the doctor's. Thank you for waiting.
The Princess of Judea is on stage around the Dublin Marchicles.
I don't understand.
Behind schedule you are again, and it's not even noon. That's me last warning.
And good morning to you, Mr. Carson.
Tickets, please. This woman has no ticket.
I must have overlooked the young lady. Sorry. There you are, miss.
The bus company is not a charity. If you want to provide free transport for wasters, that's up to you. But if I come on again and find a tinker without a ticket, I'll put you off the bus. Not them. Mark me now, Burr.
This morning, my dear friends.
Good morning, Mr. Byrne.
Our next production, you know, I will need your support, talent, and hard work as ever before, will be Oscar Wilde's masterpiece, The Tragedy of Salome, Princess of Judea.
That's the play with the immortals dancing, isn't that, Mr. Byrne?
It is the play with the sublime dance of the seven veils, Mrs. Grace. It is not immodest, it's art.
Mr. Grace would never allow me to exhibit myself undulating in fancy garments.
And for that, we are grateful to Mr. Grace. We need your majestic talent to embody the role of Herodias, wife of Herod, mother of Salome.
Does she dance?
Not a muscle.
Thank God.
Exactly these sentiments, Mrs. Grace.
Wait, who's playing Herod? I need to know who my partner is. No one gives a rat's ass who plays Herod when you're putting on Salome.
How beautiful is the Princess Salome tonight.
What are y'all looking at?
How pale the princess is. Never have I seen her so pale. She is like the shadow of a white rose in a mirror of silver.
I didn't move to Dublin to be made fun of. Good to have all of you. Have a look.
Miss Rice,
I expected more from city folk, but I guess human nature is what it is. Big city or village, mean-spirited and vile. A single girl is the butt for anyone's jokes.
I meant no offense. That was the inappropriate way of asking you to be in our little play.
Play? What play?
Salome, by Oscar Wilde. She's a beautiful princess like you, Miss Rice.
I'm not an actress.
Well, we're an amateur group. We do it for fun, for love. We're all friends. You just be one of us.
I'm too shy. I didn't think eagles heard faint.
No, you wouldn't. You'd be in another world entirely. A world of your creation.
Who'd be my prince? You, I suppose.
Oh, no, dear Lord, no. I'm not leaving men on stage or off. I'm hoping Robbie, the partner in crime on the bus, our driver. I'm hoping you'll play. Your Canon's not really a prince, but you're not.
That wouldn't be too hard. He's a looker.
Yes, he is. And no, it wouldn't. What do you say, Miss Rice?
How can a girl who's from someplace north of nowhere be a princess? What in the world would make you think that I was qualified for playing the part?
I have an instinct for talent.
I'm from Roscommon away, the major entertainment is to sit outside the pub and watch the flies on Dolchite. I'm not joking. They have their football and their Bibles and they don't believe in art.
I'll help you. I'll take you through it line by line.
Heston's a shop girl whose prices on the produce, not a princess. My royal palace is the back room of a boarding house, brick wall for a view. I don't pretend to be a fiend, but blaming common when you're wrong in Roscommon. What's the use pretending? I'll leave that fairy tale ending to the people such as you.
Miss Rice.
They don't raise dreamers in Roscommon, only onions and potatoes. You can only talk about potatoes.
Playing a part, losing yourself in another person, just for once or twice, being somebody new. I'm throwing myself at your feet, Your Royal Highness.
I don't suppose I'll ever have another chance to play a princess. And here in Dublin it appears that the prevailing minds are not quite so small. I swore I wouldn't spend my life if it was coming I'd be someone going someplace they would never dream of. The only dreamer that brought coming would be able to recall. Seems like that's common raised a princess after all.
Dear friends, our Princess Salome.
So, you're trying it again this year, you little drama group.
The muses of the theatre are calling, Father Kenny.
And do you think you'll manage it this time?
We're quite in confidence, Father.
And will it be the same play? You're not changing it, are you?
No, it's another one. It's about John the Baptist.
John the Baptist. You'll need lots of water then, Mr. Garn. Or River Jordan, so to speak.
The water is beheading. It's a very dry play we're doing here, Father Kenny. No mopping up after us, Peter.
Well, that's a relief. Water and bingo, that's not a good mix. But it's biblical theme. It's a good thing. A fine thing.
Here are the keys, Father Kenny.
Ah, Mrs. Patrick. Wonderful woman. Don't you know the sodality would do without her? She'd make you a fine wife.
I'm married, Father Kenny.
Ah, yes, the good ones usually are.
Do I have the keys now, Father?
John the Baptist. Isn't there a dance somewhere somewhere? Would it be modest dancing?
Not immodest, Father Kenny. It's art.
Ah, art. Well, here are the keys. And might you drop up the script sometime?
We'll do that.
The Archbishop is very strong on a lot of things. It must be exhausting.
Well, we can't perform in a dark theatre, Mary. Have you fixed the lights yet?
Unfortunately for you, I have. You see, that's what was wrong with your last production. People could see it. All right, here goes nothing.
You're a genius. You're the rocket in which Satan-Lewis players are built.
Don't tell Carney that. Does he know what play you're doing?
Connie doesn't care about the play. He only cares about the size of his part.
He's in the fidelity of the Sacred Heart, remember?
He has a starring role. That will go a long way to mollify his Catholic principles. Give us a hand, will you, Peter? You still send me up your coffers for go to London and become the fifth Beatle.
I'm gonna start my own band. The Annihilators! Irish music for Irish men.
Art is for everyone, Peter. And if it's not, it should be.
Don't take this personal, Mr. Burns, but art is for old fogies. Rock and roll is the future.
Well, I hope you're wrong.
I'll get more chairs.
Mary, as many times as I've done this, the first reading is still in some ways the most magic time in all of theatre. Our first encounter with the playwright's words. Our tongues fumbling with the poetry of his heart. No preconceptions. True creativity reigns.
Excuse me, Mary Love. Give me the robe, a Tony Crown, and more longings in me.
A wonderful reading as usual, Mrs. Graves, but wrong play. Wonderful to have you back, Mrs. Curzon.
When I left the house, the 8-year-old was strangled in the 4-year-old. The dishes were stacked to the ceiling, and the old man was sitting watching the telly with his trousers open. And people ask why I love the theatre.
Miss Kroll.
There's something about the theatre. You can almost smell it.
Especially this one.
Coming through!
Gentlemen,
I just want someone to tell me why we're not doing the importance of being earnest again.
Because we found someone new. And besides, people are tired of looking at your old mug.
Mr. Carney, you are to play King Herod, a magnificent dramatic role. Quite a change for you, I think you'll find it.
I like a good challenge, mind ya. I like a good purge, too.
Is this the right place?
Here's our Princess Salome. Welcome to our little theatre, Miss Rice. We're about to begin. As for our young canon, our John the Baptist, the young man I have in mind has not yet agreed to perform, but I'm confident he will. Today, with your permission, I will be reading his lines. Are you ready? Shall we form our circle? Mr. Carney, will you do us the honor?
Let us pray.
Saint Imelda, smile on our first rehearsal day. Bless this humble, semi-professional play.
Saint Imelda, help us create a thing of art as we start our first rehearsal.
Mr. William Shakespeare said it best. All for a muse of fire that would ascend the brightest heaven of invention. A kingdom for a stage, princes to act, and monarchs to behold the swelling scene. Language like that almost makes you think the man was Irish. When he spoke for his rabid all of a theatre, he spoke for all of us. What is the difference between this globe and this church social hall? None. We are both infinite. And rise, the terrace of Herod's palace, a bloody moon.
Stop your napping, man. Give us a hand.
Why do you say no to something you've never tried?
There's lots of things that I've never tried that I never intend to. And play acting is one of them. Use some strength, man.
I am.
So you can stop trying to get me in a tight Ed Wiggins style poetry. Your audience would be in stitches, but no one would be laughing harder than me. Alfie, did you never get a look at me skinny legs when he was changing?
No one would be laughing, including you, if you spoke the words of a great writer from the heart. The tights, the wigs, that's the funeral of theatre. In the theatre, it's your hearts we're after.
When me heart is sitting up getting to a pub. Ah, the hell with this tire. The rim's all bent. Carson can fix it himself. Oh, I go through all dirty. Come on, we'll put on a clean shirt and call it a day. Don't look so crushed. I'm not an actor. I don't know about your sort of stuff. Art, you know. I'm an ordinary bloke.
You're not ordinary, Robbie.
You just say that because you like me. Come out with me and me mate some evening. You'll see how ordinary I am.
All of your scenes will be with Miss Rice. None with Miss Grace. Miss Rice will be splendid. Salome's the key. She is like a dove that is straight.
She acts innocent.
She is innocent. She's a virgin. She has never defiled herself. Never abandoned herself to men like other goddesses.
Jesus, is that what you think?
I do. I do.
Then you're more innocent than she?
I thought you were interested in Miss Rice.
Why would I be interested in Miss Rice?
Well, she's young. She's beautiful. She's a girl.
Well, I'm not. There must be something wrong with me.
Who are you interested in?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
I meant.
I know what you meant. Stop trying to fix me up with a bird now. I never saw the first thing about. Come to think of it, I don't know much more about you. We work together, but who are you? What do you do? Where do you go at night? What fire's burning your eyes, Mr. Barn?
St. Emilius be life. Putting on plays. Those will be friends.
I'm talking about reality. Out there. It's a real world, Dublin is. You're coming with me tonight.
My sister will be waiting dinner for me. I can
Take it, it's too long.
to take me home.
It's time to open your eyes, man. I don't want to stand on a stage with a sword. I went to a pantomime once. I was barred. I'm not a poetical sort of a person like you. When I need a poem, the streets and the gutters will do. There's Tommy Flanagan who lights the gas lamps. 190 lamps in Phoenix Park alone. He's done it wrong for over 57 years. In Dublin, and down on Henry Street is Mad John Maher. Old Rampant Johnny with a face like hammered meat. But Johnny singing brings a Dublin man to tears. I don't know the kind of words that you might say, but I can put it my own way. And if you come with me, you'll know how the lamps in the park look like God in the dark as they glow on the streets of Dublin. The dealers hawking and the dockers yelling, the buskers banging and the ragmen ringing bells, and there's more reason the door is always open for all Dublin. And Tony Kiley with his racing pigeons, it's like religion how he lives to fly those birds. He swears they travel for 100 miles or more. I don't know the words to tell you how it feels, or how to put it in a rhyme. But if you come with me, you'll know how the birds on their wing are a beautiful thing as they blow through the streets of Dublin. And there's music like nothing you heard if you know the right jukebox to play. There are glasses to raise in the praise of surviving the day. Town where Miss Kitty Farrelly is pouring whiskey, and Frankie Donahue is lighting her cigar. A smoky Denver working men don't bring the wine. It's the laughter of fellas with stories to tell, men who love to get drunk and raise you bloody hell. Oh, you'll come up with me and you'll see what you're missing in life on the streets of Dublin. Of introducing my work partner, theatrical producer extraordinaire, and General Hellraiser, Mr. Alfie Byrne. Drinks on me. Don't take his money, Kitty.
He's a quiet looking fella.
He's alright. As like the usual. Kitty thinks you're weird. She's right, you are. What will you have, mate?
A Virgin Mary, please.
I can get you married, lad, but I don't know if she's gonna be a virgin.
Where do you think you are, Alf? The Ritz? This is a working man's pub. You and me are working men. Now what do you want that you think they might serve in a working man's pub?
I'll have a pint.
That's more like a pint from your mate, Kitty. Come meet my mates.
Hello.
This is Alfie. He's me conductor. We're the holy terrors of the Dublin transit system. I told you about him.
One who likes the theatre. As good a place as any to pick up a bird. You sing something for us, mate?
What?
We all sing here. We're Irish, we're drunk. What else are we gonna do?
Cheer up, Alfie. It's only a song they're wanting. Singing is the window to a man's soul. Give him a look. It's sort of a ritual here. We all have to do it.
I'll do my best. I'm not really, there's one I like. It was on a misty Sunday we said our goodbyes, and I still can see her smiling, no tear in her eye. She said, son, please remember, no matter the cost, you may travel far, but love's never lost. So I traveled down the high road and far from Tralee.
What kind of Irish stripes is that?
I thought John McCormick was dead!
Good try, Alfie. Wrong century, that's all.
Robbie, you this round or not?
They're only having fun with you, love. Boys will be boys. Give them time, their hearts are ripening. Jesus, that's an awful shake you have there, mister. Would you like a wood pint? That's your nurse.
No thanks.
I find them very soothing. He's a handsome young chap, that your Robbie Fay.
Yes, very.
More's the pity then.
What is?
Someone like him getting involved with someone like that won't come to a good end. How can it?
I don't understand.
But you thought you were his mate? You and your big mouth kitty fatherly.
I like your song, mate. You're like a nightingale.
You're the only one who did.
I like the old stuff. Very warm it is. Very dear. What's your name?
Alfie. Alfie Barn.
They call me Breton Beret from the headgear. So, what's up, Alpha Barn?
Up. Nothing's up.
I saw you looking at me.
I wasn't looking at you.
You were, Alfie. I was looking at you, and you were definitely looking at me.
I have to go. My sister will be waiting dinner for me. Tell Robbie I'll see him tomorrow.
I'm here every night, Alpha Barn.
This is filth. Unadulterated, pornographic filth. Just listen to this, are you ready? Close your ears. I was a virgin, and thou hast taken my virginity from me. I was chaste, and thou hast filled my veins with fire.
Mr. Carney, sir, I have to ask you to leave.
It's not me then, it's his play. Wait, it gets worse. Thou wert beautiful, Dokkan. Thy body was like a column of ivory. There was nothing in the world so white as thy body.
Is she talking about you, Mr. Carney?
Of course not. I'm married. She's a 16-year-old girl, speaking to John the Baptist, the first Roman Catholic priest practically. And if that's not bad enough, the words are spoken to a dead papier-mâché head.
I stopped breathing. Here, this will steady our nerves.
You know, I never realized until now what you've been put through by that brother of yours.
Oh, he was very strange from a child. A solitary boy, you know.
I'm not surprised.
Always off by himself. Doing something strange. Puppets he liked.
Puppets? What kind? Hand puppets or marionettes?
Both. He made them with his own little fingers.
Oh, Lily.
That room of his, always locked.
There'd be no locks if it was me. You must always have access. Without access, you get salaciousness.
Do you know what he has in that room? Books. Hundreds of books. Under lock and key.
Well, there it is.
Mind you, he told me they're all about railway trains.
I doubt it, Lily. Books. They're ancient books. You know the dangerous, all that junk piled up in your flat. Here, have some more.
Not only that, he cooks. Revolting foreign things.
Cooks.
Can you imagine it? Plates of stuff with parsley on top. Here, have some more.
I'll have a drop, but books. It is natural. Just think how bad it looks to peek through a crack and meet with a stack of books.
He changes the locks continuously. He doesn't thwart me.
We should try to keep him out of harm's way.
You don't mean like the St. James Hospital, do you?
Oh no, I didn't mean to have him committed. Though that's a fairly good idea. No, I was talking about marriage, Lily, my dear.
By rights, Mr. Carney, Alfie should be married and out of the house.
My sentiments exactly. And it'll just be us, Mr. and Mrs. William Carney. Oh, Lily, I would say out of the house. If it was me, I'd be home at 5 with some chops, or liver or ham. And every single Sunday we have lamb. We take a stroll watching people pass, and at mass we share the same view. Well, that's what I'd like to do. Lily.
Don't lose your head, not till he's wet. Where have you been? I waited supper.
I went to the pub with my mates. I'm not hungry.
It's that lovely boiled cabbage you like.
I said I'm not hungry.
Some days I wonder where he got it such queer and boring ways.
He got it from all that smut that he reads. You know where smut eventually leads.
His manly impulse is all bottled up.
And that's why the purse cooks.
A man needs a wife to ruin his life, not books. Books.
Come to a pretty pass off the mark. Take a good look at yourself if you dare. Why would someone care for you when you care so little for yourself? Man in the mirror, staring back, you're as good as a total stranger. Hair getting thin, inching on slack, an anonymous little man. Posture boiled and biting wit. One should always be in love. That's the reason one should never marry. And the poet's heart, oh singer of Persephone, in the dim meadows desolate, hast thou remember Sicily? What is violet? Why poetry? Change your for a man up street line. Have your fares ready. Next stop, Nightingale. That's not it, Alfie. Be honest. Look, the eyes, the dead eyes of a man who does not know who he is. Here in the mirror, every night, is the face of a man in prison. Oscar, you've heard so brave and bright, but there's some of us never come. There's some of us never come. Oscar Fingal, Flaherty, Wales, Wild, you wouldn't have noticed me either.
There is no help but this happy burden. A body without a soul, or a soul without a body.
I'm frightened.
I know.
Where is my golden love? Where but in musty place? Who is this man in the thickening body? Riding a bus till the end of his days.
Sins of the flesh are nothing. Sins of the soul alone are shameful.
Man in the mirror, staring back, you're afraid of your own reflection. All that you want and dream and lack, and there's no one but you to blame. Afraid of the world, afraid of myself, and the love that dare not speak its name.
And that name is...
Robbie.
Suggestion. When you're speaking to me, make sure you face away from the audience. That's right. You're back facing them. It's called upstaging. Thank you, Miss Crow. Just little tricks of the actor's craft, me dear. You'll catch on. Me instinct is to face front. I know. It's a common error beginners make. Can you hear me, Mr. Byrne?
Perfectly, Mrs. Curtin.
Can you still hear me?
Yes! Please, we're rehearsing.
I have been a stage whisperer, Miss Rice. Took me years. She's a little old for me daughter, Mr. Byrne. Could she be me sister?
Answer the question, Mrs. Grace. Again, Mr. Lally.
You must not look at her. You look too much at her.
Mr. Lally, would you mind if we did it just once more?
When do we get our John the Baptist?
Soon, Mrs. Grace. Now silence! All of you. Not a pin. We're working here. Again, Mr. Lally. How pale the princess is. Never have I seen her so pale. She is like a shadow of a white rose in a mirror of silver.
You must not look at her. You look too much at her.
Mr. Lally, a moment. This is art, Mr. Lally. You understand? Art. And art never expresses anything but itself.
What does that mean, Mr. Byrne?
It means quieter, Mr. Lally. Try it once more. She is like a shadow of a white rose in a mirror of silver.
You must not look at her. You look too much at...
let's hear it tonight, Mr. Barry.
Thank you, Mr. Lappy, but it's not the point.
Mr. Carney spits when he acts. Got me all wet last Clyde.
I certainly hope Mr. Carney will favor us with his presence. I cannot rehearse my scenes alone.
When an artist like Mr. William Carney is unable to assist at rehearsal, I'm sure it's for a very good reason, Mrs. Grace. I will see you all tomorrow evening at 7. Good evening, my dear friends.
Good evening, Mr. Carney.
Excuse me. Are you Miss Rice?
Yeah.
I'm Lily. I'm Mr. Burns' sister. Oh, I knew it was you right away. My brother was telling the truth when he said that a prince has gone into his bus. He's talked about girls in the past now and then, but he's never made quite such a fuss. He made you his own special scones to treat. If only you knew how he toiled. That boarding house food must be awful to eat. But his cooking can get a girl spoiled. Oh, there's some eggs in that bag which I boiled.
Oh, you're not such a good actor, Mrs.
Mrs. That's something else you got coming.
What's the other?
My brother. Now, Alfie's crippled with shyness, and so invitations are all up to me. And hearing him talk about you, I just know he would love to invite you for tea. It's sad and a fella so decent and nice, spends half of his life on the wing. Let's make it for dinner this Sunday is rice. And I promise I won't cook a thing.
Lily, what are you doing here? Where's Mr. Carney?
It's his fidelity night. He's a secretary, you know that. I was just telling Miss Writer what a bang-up cook you are. We'll get some meat on those bones, dear. No one likes a skinny Salome.
Don't mind me, Sister Miss Rice.
Well, I'm off. Alone! At this time of night! You're not in the country anymore, Miss Rice. You're a single girl in Dublin. Anything can happen, believe me. My brother will walk you home.
Really, I'm fine.
And what will you do?
I'm waiting for Mr. Carney, I'm fine. Go on.
All right, Miss Rice. We can talk about the play.
Oh, would you forget about the play for once? I'm sure Miss Rice has other things she'd like to talk about. Sunday dinner, then, Miss Rice. In his safe little world where he lives in his fancy as if he were still 8 or 9. It's time to grow up out, it's time to step out. As her fancy is his time, I have mine. She's young and she's pretty and ready to dance. And there in her eyes I could see a hopeful young thing on the brink of her chance. Very much like the girl that was me. God, censure this girl. Alfie, give it a whirl. For the sake of the girl that was me.
You don't really want to, do you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on another planet now rehearsing a play. What?
You go out with me?
Of course I do. I enjoy your company.
No, I mean step out with me. Like your sister said, she's trying to fix us up.
I know.
Listen, Mr. Barron, there's something I wanted to tell you, but I never got the chance. You see,
You have a fellow.
yes, you see, you know very little about me. Really, I think you think more of me than I deserve.
Oh, you seem to be perfect, Adele. And your young fellow. Are you fond of him?
Yes.
Young love is such a lovely thing, or so I'm told. And is he here in Dublin?
No.
And what's his name? This lucky young man who's loved by a princess.
John?
John? That's a coincidence, just like my...
Oh, it's alright, I'm just being stupid. People are very harsh judges, you know.
Why should anyone judge you, princess?
Oh, I'm far from a princess. Far from it. But I know you won't judge me too harshly.
Who is anyone to judge you? may lead nowhere, but in my experience, be as it may, you just have to love who you love. You just have to love who you love. Your common sense tells you best not to begin, but your full heart cannot help plunging in, and nothing and no one can stand in your way. You just have to love who you love. You just have to love who you love. People can be hard sometimes, and their words can cut so deep. Choose the one you choose, love, and those rules are moments sleep. Who can tell you who to love? Who can tell you what you are destined to be? Take it from me, there's no fault in loving, no call for shame. Everyone's heart does exactly the same, and once you believe that, you've learned how to say, I love who I love, who I love. And just go and love who you love.
Well, here's what I'm saying. I've invited you in, but I only have one room and they don't allow guests.
I understand.
Thank you for walking me home.
My pleasure entirely. Miss Madame.
You're very nice, Mr. Bard. I hope you're not too cross about John.
No, no. It's a source of joy to me. To love someone and know that they love you back in return. Adele, the love that dare not speak its name. You know what that is?
Why don't, Mr. Bard, to be honest?
Till tomorrow, Princess Salome.
Till tomorrow, Mr. Bard.
It's a nightingale, gone in the tune for us, love. No? Now I see it.
Sorry, I don't smoke.
Neither do I. Filthy habit.
I don't understand.
Oh, I think you do, Alphabar. What's your hurry, man? The night is young and so am I. You know what to find me. The only way to get rid of temptation is to yield to it.
sinned. It's been a week since my last confession.
A good sinner can get into a lot of mischief in a week. I'm listening.
I swore to my sister once or twice, said some pretty bad words, I suppose.
Is that all?
And I thought about killing my supervisor a number of times, God knows.
Now we're talking.
And I slept through your sermon. Sorry, Father, I don't know where I've been. The weight of my mind keeps haunting, Father. It's a sin.
Dear Father, forgive this poor lonely sinner, Alfie Byron. He thinks about Robbie all the time, and there's nobody he can tell.
I cheated the bus company by letting the girl ride for free.
And he's struggling with his Catholic guilt, and he's certain he's bound for hell.
I let someone took the lead, he had a leading role, and really, it was only a supporting one.
And he feels like his heart is bursting, Father. How can his life begin? The way that his mind keeps wandering, Father. It's a sin.
It's a sin.
When there's music like nothing you've heard, and you know the right jukebox to play, there are glasses to raise in the praise of surviving the day. But you're here in the dark little box with a fellow who might know less than you. Then you hurry home and lock the locks, another box to climb into. For God's sake, man, tell him, then we'll have a point.
Is that all, my son?
There's one other thing you ought to know. I've been trying to find no words.
And what would that be?
No, that's all I have to say.
Say 5 Hail Marys, 2 Our Fathers. Next time, don't take so much time telling me the same old sins, Alfie Mary.
Lovely service, Father.
How's Mr. Grace?
All is ever, thanks. Thank God for a little way.
Ah, yes. Well, are you sure you would rather be doing last year's play? The importance of being earnest.
Once one has discovered high drama, tragedy, even, Father, there's no going back to comedy. Instead of tickling your funny bone, I'll be bringing your heart this time.
A fine service, Father. A fine service, if I don't say so myself. One feels cleansed.
Clean as a whistle, Father. Not like those poor sinners over in England.
What can you expect coming from a country that's still a monarchy? They need a good exorcism, the lot of them.
Jesus!
A special meeting of the sodality, Father.
It's all set.
You're not going to miss another rehearsal, Mr. Carney.
Sometimes a man has bigger fish to fry than his own little kipper.
That sounds ominous.
Only to a sinner. Only to a sinner.
You coming out?
I want to pay your respects to our dad.
Well, tell him I'm going roasting.
It's a lovely bouquet.
Wait for tulips for me, Baldy's grave. They were his favourite. I wonder if he knows what they're cost now. We have a terrible row. That's going to be Ushman. Me before you, no doubt. Gives a person pulse.
If I can produce one beautiful work of art, I shall be able to rob malice of its venom, cowardice of its sneer, and plug out the tongue of scorn by the roots.
Something's up with you, Alfie.
Are you going to tell me what it is?
To play.
That's all it is, you'll be fine. You always are.
Do you ever get lonely, Mary?
Of course I do, Alfie. Ever since Baldy passed, God rest him, there's scarcely a day. A woman needs a partner, a helpmate. That's why God made a man and a woman.
Your Baldy? He was a skinny fella.
A bag of bones he was, nothing like it. That's the best thing about marriage. I made the sun a bride of angels, and the house was always clean. And the way I pressed a collar, he looked fit to meet a queen. But if ever there's one memory I'd say, it's the cuddles of the he was warmer than an oven in the winter light. First I licked him like a feather, then I crushed him like a fly. It was wonderful and frightening to bring those massive cuddles of the how we talk as we walked down the road one evening, the neighbors all calling, hello, just a great sturdy girl and a small skinny fellow, but we were well suited, you know. It doesn't seem so long ago. Now I'll be buttoning a shirt, or in the middle of the days, or especially putting flowers on the headstone of his grave, and I'll think I've had a contented life. Having had my loving alive, the only thing I still can't help but crave. No, it's the cuddles of the That's what she is. Open to cuddle you. Stop your mourning and set it right. Your own Princess Salome.
Mr. Bard, I've been reading the script as the podcast this time, not the second Cappadocia. I don't know which is more challenging. I was tossing about the properly searching written on Stacey Farr, and I was hoping as hell I'd like to give you something a wee bit more. Now this is only a sketch, it's very rough, but you said art can't go far enough, so this is the real stuff. I tried using fake blood, but it was too unrealistic. Then I tried using real blood, but it was too realistic. I thought about using tomato ketchup with Miss Rice's line of spell. What do you think, Mr. Bard?
What is it, Mr. Laddie?
The head of John the Baptist.
I thought it might be.
If you aren't content, the heads, I'll tear the whole bloody thing to shreds, and a week and a half from now, this will be art.
Mr. Bard, those set of nails pose a great challenge to a designer, but I hope you think I'm really
think they had zippers in biblical times, Miss Kroll?
Yes. The zippers are too risque, perhaps, and they don't taste. They have snips. Well, a week and a half from now, this will be art.
Oh, Mr. Barton, look up there, please. I use the moon as the chief inspiration. Well, it gave me a thought for how to get the sets and the lights for free. You see, my brother-in-law, the electrician, owes me a thing or free. So he gave it a shot. Here's what he made. Because you said true art is unafraid. And he worked without me.
It's a collaboration. There'll be failures and frustrations, and all the time and sweat and tears you give away to do a play.
Mr. Byrne, I have the audience responsibility of bringing up publicity.
On the contrary, Mrs. Grace, we were lacking for our full heads.
In creating a poster list for this production, I didn't want to the obvious, an attractive young woman in a skimpy costume. My solution, the primal image of Salome's mother, Herodias herself. Earth Mother, Tigress, Empress, woman.
You mean a picture of you?
That's a narrow way of looking at it, Mr. Byrne. Mr. Byrne, this play is no piece of cake for a choreographer. I think struggling with Salome's does have not to affect the soul. I want to choreograph to make the dance grow naturally from the role. Now this is merely a thought, it's going to be crap, but you said convention is a trap, so I thought I might try. Tap! A 5-6 Saturday. Very little one. Very little two. Very little three. Very little four. 5. 6.
Stop! No, Mrs. Curtin.
Oh. No.
I'm afraid not.
Yes, it probably is a bit modern, and counting is hard for some to learn. Well, a week and a half from now, this will be art.
It's a collaboration, and you are part of the creation, and several hundred good ideas may come and go. To serve a show when you're talking about this single art, it is your idea, and every step that you will not do to feel what it makes you feel. Let anyone dare to wonder why art we live, for art we die. We can have from now, yours is mine. All we can have.
Go ahead!
The views,
The lights!
the chair must serve my face.
All we can have from now. This will be all. Now, let's begin with the final scene, Miss Royce.
I was a virgin, and thou didst take my virginity from me. I was chaste, and thou didst fill me veins with fire. Ah! Ah! Wherefore dost thou not look at me? If thou hadst looked at me, thou hadst loved me. Well, I know that thou would have loved me, and the mystery of love is greater than the mystery of death.
Excellent, Adele. We'll try it again with the full company.
Mr. Carney's telling them it's a dirty play, Mr. Barton.
Mr. Carney is upset with the size of his part. I told him there are no small parts, only small actors.
Oh, but no one would ever say that but you, Miss Grace.
This is for all of us. This, what we do here, our play, it is not real life. And that is one of its greatest achievements, to take the crude clay of real life and to transmute it into art. Salome is a ballet dancer. She She's pure as quicksilver is pure. Do you see? Wilde had no life aside from art. Remember that. He lived in the realm of the aesthetic. He never descended into the sewer. Let's rehearse. Second applications. Quickly! Quickly! First Nazarene, come on. Complete concentration now. No smoking or eating or gum chewing. This is a very difficult scene for Miss Royce. Silence!
What shall I do now, no canon? Neither the floods nor the great waters can quench me passion.
Not me. My passion. No matter, go on, Miss Royce.
When I was a princess, and that discarded me.
Well, now, take your time, Miss Royce. This is the whole climax of our play.
When I was a princess, and that discarded me. I was a virgin, and now this tick. This is no good.
Silence!
I was a virgin, and now this tick virginity from me.
Continue rehearsal. Madam, well done, will you? I'll go find Miss Royce.
I hope you find a Mr. Carney in a John the Baptist while you're at it. I can have a horse for myself.
It's my fault, Miss Royce. You've been too hard on me.
It's not you, Mr. Byrne.
It's the part. Even the great Sarah Bernhardt's had trouble with
It's
it.
not the part either, Mr. Byrne. I'm not who you think I am. I'm not your virgin princess. I'm going to have a baby, Mr. Byrne.
But you're not married.
No, I'm not.
Alfie, they want you in the sonality room. Come with me now.
I'm still rehearsing,
You'll
Father.
have to wait. Mr. Carney's called a special meeting. Seems there's a bit of a crisis with your play.
It's so rainy, too many thin legs are going on. Black umbrellas passing, people coming
The
on.
sky is the color of factory space, but there are lights through the rectory gate.
I felt it was my duty to tell the solemnity what you're out traffic. There's something amiss beneath our roof, the pennies dropped. This play of his is blasphemy and must be stopped.
Excuse me, Monsignor. These are confusing times.
You read it in the news, you hear it in the songs they play.
Did I speak?
Confusing times, believing is our strength, when else is there to guide our way? These agents of corruption, this document of lust, the church will still be here after they're all dust.
You're talking about a masterpiece of dramatic literature.
To a heathen atheist, you're playing maybe some kind of masterpiece. To a devout Catholic, it is an affront to everything our Lord Jesus Christ stretched out his arms and died for.
The play is cancelled, and the sentimentalist players is barred from further use of the hall. Next order of business.
I was thinking of your soul, Alfie. Nothing else.
In these confusing times, I cleave to what I know, a servant of the sacred Lamb.
You had one foot in hell.
I only meant you well. Listen, Alfie, you know who I am. I know who you are.
buried.
Now the sounds of accusation echo down the lane, echoing his heart and echoing his brain. The memories on of the road past the by, comes to a door, turns the key in the
Robbie? Oh, shit!
Hello to you too, Mr. Baron. I guess this beats anything in one of your plays. You stopped breathing? It's not half love.
Mrs. Patrick, I had no idea.
I believe that's the point of an extramarital affair, Mr. Baron. Now you can have the sodality crucify me.
Damn the sodality!
What are you doing here anyway?
This was bound to happen, Robbie.
I'm glad someone knows Mary. It shouldn't be like this. I love her and I want to marry her. She thinks I'm daft.
He is deaf. I'm 30 years old. I have 3 kids. You'll find someone his own age and forget all about me.
I will not. Will you kindly stop talking like I'm not here? I love you, damn it.
Love. Lord, that word is more trouble than it's worth. Be lucky when it are strangers, Mr. Baron. Oh, God, what time is it? I have to be home for Lawrence of Arabia lets out. I'm very grateful for long films. I wish they made more of them. I'll see you, Robbie.
Why are you looking at me like that?
She's a married woman.
Are you going to judge me, Alf? Tell me I'm a sorry sight. Are you going to say that confession will set me right? I don't give a damn for that. No one's going to tell me what's proper to do. Least of all, you. You live with your sister and don't get out. Well, poems won't teach you what life's about, or how it feels on someone who can walk down the street with you. This is my life. This is who I love. Love someone yourself before you judge me.
I too.
See a dimly lighted window flicker.
The apartment is here down the middle, Mr. Baron. Not shit, straight down the middle. A dab of powder, a little rouge, subtle, subtle.
Somebody get me the green carnation.
You never left without a green carnation. It's how they know one another. It's their signal.
A man in the mirror is combing his hair, watching himself as he starts to prepare.
Here you are, Mr. Brown. Just came down from the flower shop. Special for you.
The darling boy. Ain't he a darling boy?
Yes, the darlingest boy we ever saw. What's his name?
Mosey. Robbie.
Where is my golden love? Where was your musty place? Man in the mirror, here you are. Here you are, here you are. Man in the mirror.
One fiery colored moment of great life. This is your moment, Alfred Barr.
Will you walk with me?
But of course, I would consider it an honor.
I couldn't have done this by myself.
Yes, you could. You are, in fact.
I feel your laugh. I feel wonderful. Kathy Bard is alive and walking the streets of Dublin with his good friend
everything old vanity wheels wild. I'd love to say our entire name.
Why? Oh, I never did. A name destined to be in everyone's mouth must not be too long. Why, I guess too expensive in the advertisements. You see that house over there? Well, I was born there. They put the plaque on the wrong house. You call to love the Irish. Well, here we are. Go on. Don't be afraid.
You're not coming with.
Man in the mirror, standing here, the hope of the world afloat. Damn the derision, do not fear, he's anonymous, little man. Alfie, you have a pointing wit.
If one tells the truth, one is sure, sooner or later, to be found out.
And a poet's heart.
We've lived our lives in the land of dreams. How sad it seems.
The only way to get rid of temptation
is to yield to it.
go.
You wanna what? I'll cut him! I'll cut him! Come on then.
Freaking queer.
All right, fella. Come on, who did this?
Don't look from the pub. They're always mixed up with queers.
There's only one thing left for me now. Absolute humility.
We'll see about that. Let's get you home first. You know where you live?
England. Oh, Paris. Up there, the stars. Take me up to the stars, officer. It's where I belong.
Why do I always get the dozy ones?
Lily, you're a very clever woman. Would you mind telling me what the fondue is?
Fondue is a dog. Shih Tzu. Fondue. Yep, Chinese dog. Why has someone died with?
Well, Mrs. Meehan was at the shop the other morning and asked for some meat for the fondue.
Ah, that's what she's looking for. Scraps for the little dog.
I know I could rely on you.
Oh, God. That's Alfie. Sweet sakes, Mary, Joseph. What's happened to your face?
I'm alright. I'm alright.
Do you know this man? Know him? He's my brother.
Of course we know him.
Well, then, you take him home, please. Alfie. Who would have done this to you?
What in the world's happened to him?
I did it to myself.
Who were the perpetrators?
Not going to be pressing any charges. The usual thing. They never do.
What do you mean?
Look at the man. He's a poofter.
Am I the only one who didn't know? How could I have been so stupid?
I still don't believe it. Mr. Robbins is an artist. Artists are above that.
I'm shaking. My nerves can't take such stress. Our own Profumo scandal broken St. Imelda's to its foundation.
Can we please change the subject? This is not up for public discussion.
This is public opinion we're talking about. And this is a serious thing.
I think we should all go home and say a little prayer.
That's the most intelligent thing that's been said all evening.
It's your favorite. Sweetbreads.
When I think of where your hands have been.
That's the point. They've never been anywhere. They've never been close enough to anybody to rub against them, let alone lay me hands on them. The one person I like, love.
Is a fella.
Yes, Larry. It's a fella. But don't worry, because the very idea that I might love him, even feel special towards him, would be so repulsive to him that he wouldn't be able to get far enough away from me. No, eat up. He has an innocence of affection. Eat your breakfast.
Think that all these years, never even knew, we sat across this table and lived our life. How stupid could I be to look but never see? Now tell me why I wasted half my life and passed up all my chances. I thought I could protect you. You let me try. How selfish and how cruel to cast me as your fool. Now tell me why I still dream about a day I'm dancing at your wedding. I catch your wife's bouquet and wave goodbye. And you, my baby boy, you're finally on your way. You'll never see that day. And Alfie, nor will I. I see us sitting out our lives. People at a table. We're like a faded picture in some old frame. You should have told me, Alfie. Why did you never tell me? You must have known I'd love you all the same.
The love that dare not speak its name, eh? Well, it dared to speak its name last night by the looks of it.
I didn't speak love's name last night. That was me crying.
You're lucky you're not in prison.
I am in prison. Been in prison my whole life.
You burn! I'm your new driver. Keep your distance, and we'll get on fine.
Where's Robbie?
Ballsy, don't you mean? Well, your Ballsy's gone.
The old boy.
When I explained to your old boy the kind of man you are and the things you get up to, he was off like a shot. Bang! Couldn't wait to get away from you. On your way now, the bus has a schedule whether you like it or not.
Picture the bus as it moves down the street past a window of fish and a priest on a bike. Two men on a bus that could well be a hearse, empty of every last echo of verse. A blue-coated girl with a suitcase in hand enters the bus like she chooses to stand.
Miss Rice.
I came to say goodbye. I have to go to England.
To England?
I need to go for me and the baby. He's moving already. Maybe he's going to be a dancer like his mother.
And your fella, John, will he be going with you?
love me, Mr. Barron.
He must love you. You're having his child. You've been physically
Oh,
intimate.
the little toys love you, no? You're very innocent, aren't you?
Man of the world, Miss Rice. Man of the world.
Oh, I was telling the truth, wasn't I? When I said I wasn't what you thought I was.
You've learned a horrible lesson
About me.
about myself.
People can be hard sometimes, and their words can cut so deep. Choose the one you choose, love, and don't lose a moment's sleep. Who can tell you who to want? Who can tell you what you were destined to be?
Oh, Mr. Barron.
There's no fault in loving, no call for shame. Everyone's heart does exactly the same. And once you believe that, you learn how to say, we love, my love.
I'm sorry about your play. I'm sorry I couldn't be your Princess Salome. Goodbye, Mr. Barron. Curtain.
Your little boat has flown, Mr. Barron, and so have we.
Your play has a sad ending.
Those who attempt tragedy must be prepared for an unhappy ending. Something like that.
Goodbye, Mr. Barron.
You thought you knew a bit of life. You had no clue. You took a step. The world came crashing down on you. And what you feared, the most of all happened. And now you've come to. Welcome to the world. Welcome to the world. At last, you've been taking tickets far too long, my friend. Watching the world rolling past. And there is music like nothing you've heard. It's apart if you just let it play. There are glasses raising the praise of surviving the day. For life is clearly something that I can't rehearse. It's dangerous and beautiful and free as first. And rather than avoid it, high time I stood in its way. Welcome to the world. I am in the world. That should be enough. And that's all I have to say.
There you are.
Who's that?
I came to be in the play. Where's the actors?
What have you done to your hair?
Do you like it?
The old boy. I thought you'd gone left me.
Don't mind that old shite Carson. He had me transferred, but I'll be back.
The old boy.
None of that now. I know where you've been. I don't care what you get up to. I'd like you. You're my pal. And I know who Buzzy was, and also, what's this part you got for me in the play?
There is no play. They've all gone. Can't turn them all against me.
There's a chance we can do it at the Hall of St. Donald's. I heard they're looking to do a heartbreak house, and I told them we got heartbreak authentic.
Larry, I thought you gone left me for good.
And why would I do that, Mr. Barr?
I've been a terrible sinner.
You're a terrible director, but we're staying.
I don't know what you've done, Mr. Barn, but I know you're a good man. I never liked the acoustics in this hall.
Mrs. Grims. You of all people.
I have a responsibility to others.
Stop it, woman.
I was speaking to Mr. Barn. Life goes on, and so must we adjust.
I'm so blessed to be friends. Nothing else matters.
Refreshments?
Carney provided the meats.
Ours not. I took them.
I've been wrong about something. I used to think the most thrilling words in the English language were, let's rise. So we began the project and open our books to the first page of the playwright's text.
They still speak to me, Mr. Barn.
No, Mrs. Grace. The most thrilling words in the English language are these. Good morning, my dear friends.
Good morning, Mr. Barn.
The future of our little troop is uncertain, but one thing is for sure. We have a new star in our little theatrical firmament. I think you all know him. So we form our circle, perhaps for one last time. No! Stay, baby. You're welcome.
Don't get any ideas about me acting.
We have a tradition at St. Amilda's. The newcomer reads us a little something from a poem. It's not an audition, it's more like the rites of passage.
It's that bleak poetry again.
Read it.
Like two doomed ships that passed in star. We had crossed each other's way, but we made no sign. We said no word. We had no word to say. For we did not meet in the holy night, but in a shameful day. The prison wall was round us both. Two outcast men we were. The world had thrust us from out its heart, and God from out his care.